Well, all right. It's Monday morning. Hello and happy Monday, everybody. I'm ER. I'm joined by my partner, Guy Toole. We are here with Elify, and we want to remind you about sprint planning. We do this every single Monday. We do it because this is part of having a consistency in our Elify businesses, where it's really about doing the same thing over and over and over again and getting into that habit of repeating it so that we can reach our long-term objectives. So one thing we've realized is a lot of people struggle when it comes to hitting that long-term goal. Guy, I thought about it this morning. January, February, March, April. We are now in May, right? June is going to mark 6 months or halfway through the year. And we started talking about this back in January. We've been consistent, in fact, relentlessly consistent on doing all of these events: sprint planning, shuffle training, Mindset of a Champion training, Friday with the Founders. All of these things are part of that consistency process that we do each and every week. We do it for our benefit just as much as we're doing it for your benefit. So Monday sprint planning is all about a reminder of saying, look, we all have these big, big objectives we want to accomplish. But how do we accomplish something big and something overwhelming without then chunking it down into sizable, achievable chunks and milestones? So if you have a big year-long goal like a lot of us started out with, and maybe you left it by the wayside back there at the end of January or February, now is your reminder. In fact, every Monday is your reminder, and really and truly every morning should be your reminder to reset. It's a new day. It's a new week. It's time to get on track. It's time to set ourselves a plan, and it's time to work our plan so that we can achieve the success that we're setting out to work towards. And that's really what this is. Every Monday is your reminder to sit down and figure out what your plan is, because everybody's plan is going to be unique and specific to what their objectives are. Our objectives internally, Guy and I get on, we plan, we talk about what we're doing on the development side, on the marketing side, on the support side, on our live events, what's going on in the background. These are all specific to Elify and Elify's business. Again, yours are going to be specific to you and your objectives within Elify's affiliate program. So if your objectives are to start earning an extra $1,000 a month, you want to start breaking down what is it going to take to get from where I am now. If you're earning $50 a month and you want to get to $1,000 a month, you're starting to go down that path. If you're wanting to get to $10,000 a month and you're at $0 a month, maybe you have a ways to go. How do we get there? Well, we don't want to get overwhelmed by it's got to be 10,000, it's got to be 10,000, it's got to be tomorrow, and I'm so stressed out because I can't make it there. It's, hey, wait, I'm at zero. Can I start generating my first $50 online? Let's set that objective and let's make that milestone. And then we can take it from 50 to 100, from 100 to 500, from 500 to 1,000. So we can start stair-stepping to our major objective and not getting ourselves overwhelmed and wanting to quit on our goals and objectives, but instead build momentum and make forward progress. Again, all about this weekly sprint planning. I'm resetting my week. I'm thinking about what is important now. That is the win list of items that we want to get done. What is important now? Because we don't manage our time, we prioritize our time. And if you're doing this business as a side hustle, even the ultimate side hustle here, you still have to figure out a way to fit in doing the work that it takes to meet and achieve the goals that you're working on within all of the other chaos of life that you have going on. So there's a good chance that you who are watching this right now are maybe doing this part-time and thinking about, hey, I've got 5, 6, 8, 10 hours this week to contribute to making forward progress in my Elify business. When you think about what time you have available, think about when that is. Is it going to be an hour every morning, an hour every evening, all day Saturday? We talk about that as time blocking. So when I make a plan, I can plan for the time that I have available to get that in. But if I prioritize those items, then I will fit them in when time becomes available as I'm working throughout my day and my week. But I really need to make it a priority. Like, I'm not going to watch, TV tonight because I'm going to go in and I'm going to start working on building a card or watching a video or catching up on that last training, guys. This is all about prioritizing our time. Maybe it's getting up a little bit early. Again, you are making a plan and it is your plan. And that's what we want to emphasize on this call. We can't give you, this is my plan and we want you to follow it, because what I'm doing is for me and for Elify and for what Guy and I are working on. What yours is going to be unique to you. So let's talk about some of those things, right? And the things that you want to put into your plan to achieve what you're working on, especially as it relates to Elify and the affiliate program. These things fall into two categories, everybody. They're going to fall into an event, something that has a specific date and a specific time. Let's talk about those because they happen every week, pretty much around the same time, with exception on Tuesday, the flexibility on training to try and make it accessible for people. So every single Monday, everybody, you can mark your calendars like clockwork. We're going to be on at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That's where we're located here in Colorado, but within your respective time zone. So if you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, international, whatever 10 a.m. Mountain Time is in your time zone, that's when we're going to be coming on live for this sprint planning call. This is your reminder to make a plan so you can execute your plan. This is your reminder to shake off everything that last week held. I know Guy and I had a lot of stuff going on last week. I had some reactions to a COVID vaccine, and Guy was going through COVID. And yet we still had an opportunity to get together, plan our week, and work our plan around those things, those sicknesses, etc., guys. And that's what we're talking about here, is making that plan and executing that plan around what we have going on. So scheduled event things, you're gonna want to set time. You can set those reoccurring, open up your calendar, make an Elify calendar within your calendar if you need to. But every Monday morning at 10 a.m., this is your reminder to make your plan and execute it. On Tuesdays, Kathy's training, and again, these will be posted on social. We've got an events card that'll be posted as well. But Kathy does training on Tuesday. She's a master trainer, and it's an intimate setting where you can come and get all of your questions answered. If you're working on trying to accomplish something within Shuffle, whether it be on the contact side and relationship management, whether it be on the content side and some of the marketing elements, your business card, your brochures, whatever you're putting together, you're going to come to Tuesday and you're going to learn how to leverage the technology. So if you're thinking, man, I really need to, part of my sprint planning is improve my skill set in leveraging the technology, you're going to want to make sure you don't miss a single Tuesday training. And you're probably going back in to YouTube and some of the other videos that we've shared on social in the groups and reading through to train as well on there. So events, Monday sprint planning, Tuesday's training with Kathy. Wednesday, we have mindset of a champion. Just as much as we want to be training and improving our skill set on using the technology, we want to be training and improving our skill set on improving ourselves and the mindset that we have and what it takes to really accelerate and perform at the top level. Even if you do 10% of what is covered on mindset of a training, it's going to be 10% better than what typically would be done, guys. And if you implement a lot of that stuff, it's going to be a game changer. This is why we provide this, why we've teamed up with Kathy, why we've teamed up with Michael and Edwin to make this stuff available to you so that you can benefit not only in your Elify business, but in other areas of your life. And I truly think the mindset of a champion will pour over into other areas of your life, because just as much as I can put emphasis on applying those skills in a business, I could apply them to any other areas in my wheel of life. And that's really what it is about, creating this life by design. So that covers Wednesdays. On Thursday, there are no events going on, guys. So this is your opportunity to take time you maybe would have allocated for an event to working on your business, right? Get in there and start working on it so that you can accelerate it forward. On Friday, we do Friday with the founders. It's your opportunity to connect with us at the corporate team live in a group setting, get your questions answered, hear those tips and tricks, even hear about what's coming down the pike of what we're working on, hear those new announcements, hear about discount offerings, etc. That's where you want to be to really be dialed in with the corporate team. On Saturday, we do a discovery call. We tell everybody, you are in this business for yourself. Everything you make in this business, you are getting to keep, guys, but we want to support you in being successful. You're not in this business by yourself. So on Saturdays, we've got a team, Edwin and Michael, who are going to go through a whole overview. What is Elify? What is Shuffle? And they're going to do that heavy lifting for anybody you'd like to invite to attend that discovery call. That happens on Saturday mornings. Again, there's going to be a whole calendar of all these events. It's really Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So there's only 5 full events happening every week. You pick and choose which one you want to attend. At a minimum, I recommend watching the replay. Look, if you are already sprint planning consistently and you've made a habit of it and are doing it each and every week, I would prefer that you take the 15 minutes to half hour that Guy and I are spending right now pouring into your business. But if you aren't or have not adopted that skill, again, consistency is the key on all of this, right? It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over again to produce that result, guys. So you're going to want to come in on Mondays if you're not good at sprint planning to get a guideline and go do the sprint planning, or do it while we're talking. Just carve out that time. And if you're already doing it consistently, take that 15 or 30 minutes and put it into your business. Make a phone call, send an email, share a card, watch a video, etc. But block time to get this stuff done. Outside of those event fixed times, guys, this is when the revenue generating activities, the other actions that you want to be doing in your business happen. It could be using Shuffle every day throughout the day when I'm interacting with people, logging the notes when I talk to people, setting the follow-up reminders, loading in new contacts, sharing out information on a daily basis. That's going to continue to create that habit of using Shuffle. When I use Shuffle every day, I'm exposing Shuffle to people, and they're going to ask me what it is, and that opens the whole conversation to making my referrals. So these are the types of activities. I've got to build cards or content. If you haven't added any content to your Shuffle platform, boom, there's a win list item you can add to your sprint planning this week. Same thing, gathering leads or prospects. Again, maybe that's a goal or objective for this week. I need to go out and network. Maybe it's a networking event online. Maybe it's a networking event offline. These are the things you want to be thinking about as you're going through on your sprint planning. Guy and I talk about, we've got to meet with development to go through X, Y, and Z. We've got to test out this. We've got to make this announcement. We've got to get with these people to talk about that. These are all part of our big sprint plan for this week as well. I know one of the things that's on Guy's list that is not on my list and probably isn't going to be on your list this week. It's have a baby. So again, that's a priority item. It's what's important right now, and it's going to be happening later this week. We are so excited for Guy on that. But again, he's thinking about that in the context of creating his plan. He's going to execute on certain things up until he has to go in and they're going to have a baby. So he's prioritizing his time and as he goes through and does this sprint plan. And that's really what we're trying to express every Monday when we get on here. Now, Guy, I'm sure you've got some additional thoughts to add on this, but really that's what it's about, Guy. What are the events? What are the activities? And how am I going to organize them all to get them done this week so I can make forward progress?
You know, ultimately what I'm listening to you talk about is something that I think a lot of people understand might not implement is mastery. And it's essentially taking elements and putting them into motion. You know, we all have the thought of, you know, who we are and who we want to be. What's the difference between that? It's taking action. It's doing things to get to who I want to be. I think if everyone reads the description on wherever we're live at and you're viewing us today, the last paragraph essentially talks about everyone has within them what it takes to be successful. It's just taking action. And you know, another thing that I had read this morning, and I always have little tidbit quotes and things that always inspire me, is something of the fact of taking massive action, which we always talk about, with a little bit of risk and a little bit of sacrifice, somebody can reach their goals. And we're not telling you that you have to focus strictly here on Elify. This is a whole encompassing of whatever you want to be successful in or whatever you want to be significant in. We just feel we have an opportunity here that can couple along with what you're doing to enhance that where I want to be or who I want to be. So, you know, take a lot of that with a grain of salt, because you're the one that's going to be taking the action to be able to get to where you want to be if that's part of your plan. We're here for support. That's where the training comes into place. That's where the Friday with Founders, the Discover calls. There'll be more things implemented over time. There's more happening in the background with development. Functions, features, different types of things are obviously advancing, and it's advancing based on your requests and suggestions. And Shuffle is going to ultimately be something that we're going to be proud of based on what our users are going to be pushing towards us and what will help them become successful. To be successful utilizing a solution, implement. You know, if I'm out for a week in whatever I do, I'm rusty, right? Everyone is a little bit rusty in what they do because you didn't get an opportunity to practice or you didn't get an opportunity to implement. That ultimately, to get to where you want to go, you got to put time in and effort in. even just a few minutes a day on understanding the platform, on building more content, on not being afraid of the advanced builder and saying, hey, I think I know how to copy and paste and drag and drop. I can do a fairly phenomenal card. There's a lot of people out there that are creating amazing content with what's available right now, but knowing that that's also being worked on in the background to advance. Ultimately, just for me, and I for some reason I keep saying ultimately today, but it's taking action. It's taking responsibility. I think that's one thing a lot of people don't want to do for themselves. It's a lot easier to get in the comfort zone, but get outside of your comfort zone. That's the only place that you're going to grow and expand. And we want to be able to provide training for you to put the toe in, put the foot in, jump head first, whatever, to advance and get to where you want to go. So that's what I have for this week, this Monday, and pass it back to you to wrap it up.
Now let's get this wrapped up so everybody can get on with their week. At the end of the day, guys, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, it boils down to the one word that Guy just mentioned. It's action. It's taking action and putting in the work. What we talk about with these events on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, these events are just things that will help or support you, but you have to take action on them. And Guy, I think about a few things. Have you made millions of dollars online, guys? We've made millions of dollars on. Have you helped other people make millions of dollars online? We've helped other people make. This is what excites Guy and I each and every day. What is the deciding factor between the people who we've helped make millions of dollars online and those who are maybe bought Elify and Shuffle and still haven't built a card? It is action. It is putting in the work. It is making the decision. This is that we all have this power of choice, Guy, and this is what surprised me, because we wake up every morning and we make decisions every day, and those decisions involve action. I made a decision every day to get out of bed. That's the first decision. For some of us, that's really easy. For other people, it is very challenging. Oh, I got to get up and roll out of bed today. I just want to sleep all day. You know what I mean? We make a decision to do self-care and take care of ourselves. Maybe it's a daily meditation, a workout, a shower for one, like any of those types of things. That's the action. It's putting in that work. Same thing here. When you learn the skills that we talk about and we train on things like Tuesday, on things like Wednesday, we talk about on days like Friday, and you apply those. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize you could use Shuffle for this. I know 25 people who need to do that in their business, and I can help them. Like, you're going to open up your eyes to an entire world of opportunity that you can step forward in. And the actions, these aren't massive actions. We're not asking you to scale Mount Everest here, guys. If you can put one foot in front of the other, if you are coachable and can learn and apply some of the skills that you're learning, you can build a card on this platform. You can add a contact. You can follow up with somebody. You can read a notification when it comes on your phone and says, hey, follow up with so-and-so. You can share information with people. You just need to get comfortable, and that comes from practice. And practice is all just doing the action over and over and over again. We talk about practice makes better, perfect practice makes perfect, but practice makes better. And we want you out there practicing. Practice sharing your cards. Hey, everybody just created a new card. Hey, everybody just updated my card. Hey, everybody, this just changed. Can you give me some insight or feedback? I want people to be wowed when I share information with them. All of that is just engagement and action. And guys, that's at the end of the day, the ultimate, in my personal opinion, deciding factor between success and failure. Everybody who has ever been successful took action. You know what I mean? I don't know of a single person, maybe those lotto people, they took action to buy a ticket and luck of the draw, they got it. But everybody else, they got out and they did the work. And they realized, yes, the work was hard and there were days they didn't want to do the work. But whatever their why was, whatever drove them and why they started down that path, that's what got them to make that choice and that decision each and every day. And you get a reset every day. So if you haven't been making the right choice or decision, and you're saying, oh, I will tomorrow, or I will next week, or I will next Monday, or I will at the first of the month or at the first of the year, we tell ourselves that all the time. But really, it's the new day, guys. Every day is a new day. We only have the present, this gift of today, to take action, right? Tomorrow's the future. We can think about what we're going to do tomorrow. We can reflect on what we did yesterday, but we can't change anything we did in the past. It's over with. So what we can do today is we can make a plan. We can make a plan, and then we can take action on executing our plan. And then after we execute the plan, we can reflect back and make decisions to make any adjustments or changing. And that's the loop that we talk about for sprint planning. Plan on Monday, execute all week long, do a retrospective on Friday. What did I accomplish this week? Were there things that I got done? Was I able to do more? What was working great? What wasn't working great? How can I improve it? This is the data that improves and makes us better, guys, but it all boils down to action. So here's my sort of call to action in closing here today. The challenge for everybody who's either on here live or going to watch this in replay. And I don't care if the week is already passed and you're watching this as an old replay. Your challenge, if you're seeing this and listening to my voice right now, is 5. I want you to invite 5 guests at a minimum, 5 guests to the discovery call on Saturday, okay? You have, today's Monday. So many days until Saturday, guys. This should be something that's achievable for everybody. I know the people who are watching this who are really engaged, they're sending out their 5 invites right now. Emails, text messages, phone calls. Hey, I've asked you to be on this call. You haven't made it. Allocate time right now. You've got a whole series of days. You know, it might take you 10 invites to get 5 people. It might take you 20 invites to get 5 people. It might take you 40 invites to get 5 people. Whatever it takes, get 5 people to the discovery call. That's your challenge. What I think some of you are going to find out is that it's doable, that it doesn't take as much as you thought it was going to do, that overwhelm of, oh no, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? How do I position it to them? All of that stuff is going to melt away as you get out and start taking the action. Like Guy said, you start out feeling a little bit rusty if you've never done it before, or if it's been a while since you've done it. But as you start to build that momentum, it's going to become second nature. So that's really, in closing, what all of this is about, guys. Sprint planning is create your plan for the week, execute that plan, look at those priority items, and manage those priorities so that you can prioritize your time, guys. With that being said, guys, I want to thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your Monday. Okay, all of the events are pretty small. I think our longest one's about an hour. And pouring that into yourself and into your Elify business, this is what it takes to be successful. You just sort of participate and take action and put in the work. And it's amazing how the results just sort of yield out of that, Guy. It's hard to explain that to people, that you just do what's necessary and the results follow, when a majority of people are sitting there going, well, I'd like to do nothing and get the results. Unfortunately, that's not the way the world works, everybody. If you want results, you have to take action. This is your reminder to take that action and to make your plan so that you can execute on that plan. So with that being said, everybody, happy Monday. You're going to have an amazing week this week. I know we're going to have an amazing week. I'm going to make it an amazing week. I'm so excited for Guy right now. We've got a lot of stuff to do before he's got to go in and have a baby, or his wife's having a baby, but we'll give him credit for it. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.